countdown begins. In mere seconds, towers fall, stadiums crumble, and history is rewritten in clouds of dust. These are not accidents. They're masterpieces of destruction. Stick around. The best is yet to explode. The 1984 to 1985 miners' strike left deep scars across the UK, and the council house saw it all. Imagine standing in that square as the chaos unfolded. Now, it's gone. Blink and you'll miss it. A 16-story tower block is razed to the ground in seconds by a controlled explosion. Flattened. The 8,000 tons of concrete in Kincardine were reduced to rubble by 28 kilograms of explosives. This is how much fun you can have with 15 meters of water depth and 5.2 tons of dynamite.
Keep your eyes straight ahead.
Ever heard of a hotel making headlines on its final day? On the morning of May 10th, 2025, the Sheridan Crossroads Hotel in Mahwah, New Jersey, came crashing down in a controlled demolition. The 22-story building had stood tall for 36 years, and now it's part of history. The Kobelco SK210D gets the job done. This demo proves how an experienced operator can take full advantage of its precise controls. No fluff, no gimmicks, just skill and solid engineering. Some machines make it easier. This is one of them.
That's Mars.
This reminds me of a job we had in Texas last summer. Guy thought his nylon slings were good to go, but they frayed right over the edge of a beam. Load came crashing down. Nobody hurt, thankfully, but man, inspection matters every time. Hey, did you catch the big moment? On Sunday, June 6th, the last chunk of the Hydra Clarkson building on Penistone Road, Sheffield, was demolished. Watch it go down live. You're looking at two demolition excavators taking down the infamous Kovrino Hospital, one of Russia's eeriest abandoned buildings. What stands out is the precision. These machines aren't just smashing walls, they're working methodically, from top floors down, to avoid structural collapse. With hydraulic arms and reinforced steel claws, they slice through concrete like it's drywall. Do you remember 2008? That was the year the old Montague Hotel in downtown was demolished. Let's relive that powerful moment together. Watch the mighty Cat 313F excavator tear this house apart piece by piece. Sheer force in action. the mighty Sheffield Tower block is finally crashing down. A thunderous farewell to the city's old skyline.
8, 7, 6. There we go. There we go. Here we go.
September 2nd, 2012 marked a bold new chapter for Normanstow Tower. With a precise, controlled blast by DSM Demolition, the tower gracefully bowed out, clearing the path for fresh beginnings. Drop a 1 in the comments if our video blew your mind. Your support fuels our creative fire. Imagine hitting twice as hard, twice as fast. Quarry Shot 2 in 1 brings you double the blast with just one button. The level of trust between crews here must be insane. One crane lifting another, that's peak coordination. And let's be real, there's probably no room for error when you're placing that much weight up high. Wonder if they rehearsed this with models or simulations first? Either way, total respect to these pros. That's a prime piece of lakefront. Can't wait to see what they build there. Hopefully, it's something that blends in with the natural vibe and doesn't block too much of the view for the neighbors. hard to believe 4040 is gone. Saw that thing rolling down Bank Street for years. Sure, the Orion 6 had issues, but for a lot of people, it was part of their daily life. It's weirdly emotional seeing it crushed like that. It's not just a bus. It's memories, school rides, late shifts, winter waits. Anyone else kind of miss it already? On March 23, 2010, the SU-45-166 locomotive was dismantled behind the Lublin engine house. The process used was extremely aggressive. Hydraulic cutters tore through the metal. It's a loss considering it could have been preserved for historical value or restored for tourism. Poland missed a chance to turn industrial heritage into cultural capital. It's not every day you see a 300-foot column get dismantled like a giant Lego piece. The precision and planning behind this kind of industrial teardown is mind-blowing. Makes you wonder, how long did it take to design the removal process compared to building it in the first place? Everything was going super smoothly at first.
Да ну нахуй!
Oh no! Ensuring load balance is critical to operational safety. A single misalignment in rhythm or distribution can escalate into a catastrophic failure. Oh my gosh, that was so fast. Everything happened in the blink of an eye. in with the future. The Ashthorpe building in Hull's Orchard Park neighborhood was brought down as part of a fresh urban renewal effort.